But I digress. Welcome back to the 2011 Endeavour Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite our guest speaker, Martyn Cray, the Executive Director of Manufacturing Operations from Holden. We're very privileged to have him here tonight. Give him a very warm round of applause, please. Martyn Cray.
I just said, how the hell do I follow that? Well, I'll give it a go anyway. Thank you for inviting me here tonight. I've been in manufacturing all my life, throughout the world. As you can tell by my accent, I'm not a native Australian. But it's really good to see that manufacturing is strong in Australia. And I'm a bit sorry that Mr. Abbott is not here and the other politician, because I just wanted to tell them that manufacturing needs support from the government. And having worked around the world, governments all around the world support manufacturing. Don't let this government tell you anything different. Right? They do it all over the world, and it is important for manufacturing to be strong to have the support of a government. Okay, and that's the only political thing I'm going to say now. And I'll get on with telling you about what we've done in Holden with government support, both federal and support from the South Australian government. About 2.5 years ago, it was a pretty dark time for the auto industry. It was a dark time for people in Holden as well. But the Holden senior leadership team made a decision which some people thought we were absolutely crazy to do, in that we were going to announce that we were going to start making a small car in Australia. The small cars that most recently launched Holden Cruze, and there were skeptics, there were critics, there were a lot of people saying that we couldn't pull it off. But General Motors and the Holden senior leadership team thought otherwise, and the result that we've just launched that car is testament to the confidence that General Motors and also the Holden leadership team has in its workforce, had in the support it had from the government and also from our trade union colleagues as well. The Elizabeth plant in South Australia, and I'm sorry for you Victorians, but the Elizabeth plant in South Australia is a pretty complex plant. We make a lot of the car there, a lot more than a lot of other car companies make in their plants. We make plastic parts, as pressing parts, as well as the main assembly line and the paint area. During the global financial crisis, we had our workers working a week on and a week off for the best part of 18 months. We kept our maintenance people working 100% of the time, because they were the people that converted the body shop that used to make the Monaro into a body shop that now makes the Cruze. We felt that we needed both the engineering and the maintenance skills to be able to pull it off. They installed 22 new robots, they refurbished 48 new robots, and they installed all of the assembly line. And I must admit, having seen the work in progress throughout that last 18 months, it was a pretty big achievement from maintenance guys with support from the engineers. We're currently producing 430 cars a day between Commodore and Cruze. And I'll say it here today, you'll be the first ones to hear it. We're actually going up in volume in August. We're going up to 480 cars a day. That is the success that the Cruze has already brought to Holden. Yeah, people are buying it, and we are responding to the market to go up in volume to 480 a day. So it's really good news for Holden. For somebody that is not a native Australian, obviously when I knew I was coming here, I googled Holden, yeah, and it said "See Vegemite," yeah? Because that is what Holden is. It's a very iconic brand in Australia, and I don't know if you know this, but within General Motors, and you think of the brands that General Motors has: Chevy, Cadillac, Pontiac. Used to have Saab, but it doesn't have it anymore. Those are pretty iconic brands. The strongest brand recognised in General Motors is Holden, by a long way. It is a very strong brand, and as a senior leader within Holden, we are working very hard to maintain the strength of that brand within Australia. one of the big things about the factory is, and it always amazes the people when they visit us, is we don't make 100 blue cars and 100 red cars. We just don't make 100 Cruzes, then we make 100 Caprices. We run the factory in a very lean way. We run literally one-piece flow. So you will see a Cruze followed by a Ute, followed by a Chevy police car, followed by an SSV, in all colours that we supply. It is very lean, and the people that manufacture the car are very skilled. If you take a Commodore, 3,500 parts go into a Holden Commodore, and there's 51 different variations of Commodore and Cruze that the people have to deal with, not necessarily on a day-to-day basis, but certainly throughout the course of a working week. And I must admit, the skill level that the people show, especially in the general assembly area, to fit the right parts to the right car is pretty keen, and do it in a cycle time of about 100 seconds. So it's not like they've got a long time to put the part on the car and the right car on the car. The team has worked very hard over the last 2 years to bring the Cruze to market, and as I say, the customers are now getting used to it, and we're seeing orders come in. I'd just like to bring this to a close today by saying, as I say, in late 2008, make no mistake, it was make or break time for Holden. Not many people know that, but it was tough. It was make or break time. There were questions about whether we'd be part of General Motors. There were newspapers saying we were going to be bought by the Chinese. Yeah? But the Holden leadership team had confidence in its workforce, it had confidence in Australia, and had confidence in the Australian public that it would buy a new small car if it was built in Australia. It took a very bold step, and my words to you are, to be successful, manufacturers have to take bold steps, and I would encourage you to keep on taking those bold steps to ensure that manufacturing is secure here in Australia, and that I know that as far as Holden's concerned, our car manufacturing is secure in Australia. Thank you very much.